Hello, welcome to another episode of That's English. Samantha.
Oh, hi there. I was reading an article about white-collar crime. That's when business people or politicians act illegally.
You mean things like insider trading, when bankers trade secrets with each other?
Yes, but this case is industrial espionage. A businessman was caught spying on a rival company to get secrets about its clients.
Well, that's something that Danny learns about in today's episode. He meets a friend, Richard, who works for a rival company.
While you watch, answer this question. Why doesn't Danny agree to Richard's proposal?
So, Richard, I hear you're accounts manager at Goldman Media now.
Have you been spying on the competition? You ought to know better, Danny.
I have my sources.
It's going very well, actually. We're considered to be one of the leading marketing companies at the moment. How about you? Anything big happening that I should know about?
No, not really.
How long have you been there?
Almost 5 years.
You must have quite a portfolio.
Yes. I'm ready to move forward now. Earn a bit more money, but I don't want to sound over-ambitious.
I totally disagree with you. I know how you could earn a bit of extra money.
How?
Some information from your company could be made available to my company.
Industrial espionage?
Shh. You should be careful.
You mean steal information about our client accounts?
Ooh, not steal. You'd just have to find some documents. Maybe take a few photos. Download some information from the computer. Then you pass the information to me. What do you think?
I don't know.
If it's money you're worried about, I'm sure we could agree on a nice fee.
No. Look, it's not about the money. Isn't it white-collar crime?
Well, I don't agree that it's a crime. It's not like bribery or fraud. You're just doing someone a favor. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
I can't, Richard.
It's no problem, Danny. Forget it. If you change your mind, just give me a call. Keep in touch.
Oh, you're up early for a Saturday.
I woke up early and couldn't get back to sleep, so I thought I'd get the washing in before it rains.
Anything wrong? You always do housework when something's up.
I met this guy, Richard, last night from a rival company. I've been offered money in exchange for information about our client accounts.
You didn't accept it, did you?
No. Richard and I obviously disagree about what the definition of crime is. Still, I bet the money's good. Can you imagine? Me, a spy.
Danny, it's no laughing matter. It's a serious crime, along with cybercrime or insider trading.
Really?
Yes. I did an article about a company that was investigated for industrial spying. Some of the top executives were imprisoned for a long time.
Well, I turned him down. I don't want to do time in jail.
Good. But you should report this to your boss or your compliance department if you have one.
You're right. I agree with you. I'll speak to them on Monday.
I'm glad Danny talked to Karen about the situation. She's helped him see how serious the crime is.
Did you answer the question? Why doesn't Danny agree to Richard's proposal?
You mean steal information about our client accounts?
If it's money you're worried about, I'm sure we could agree on a nice fee.
No. Look, it's not about the money. Isn't it white-collar crime?
I turned him down. I don't want to do time in jail.
Danny thinks that passing over company information is a white-collar crime.
And he doesn't want to go to jail.
Richard and Danny have different ideas about what constitutes a crime. Listen to the types of crime that were mentioned in the video.
Well, I don't agree that it's a crime. It's not like bribery or fraud.
Danny, it's no laughing matter. It's a serious crime along with cybercrime or insider trading.
Richard talked about fraud and bribery. Fraud is when you lie about something to get more money.
Whereas bribery is when you pay someone to act in your favour.
Do you think white-collar crime, like fraud or insider trading, is as serious as, say, a bank robbery or mugging? That's robbing someone in the street.
They're all forms of stealing, so they should all be punished in the same way.
Let's watch part 2 and find out what Danny does next.
And here's the question for you to answer. What does Danny do to incriminate Richard?
Yes, Richard Ellison. He was believed to be involved in a blackmailing case last year, but it couldn't be proved and the case was dropped.
Really?
And he's asked you to steal information about your clients for him.
Yes, but I said no, of course. He told me to call him if I changed my mind, but I won't.
You did the right thing coming to me.
I didn't think it was that serious.
I have to disagree with you. It's information theft and you're obliged to report it. Some years ago, an employee from this company was involved in a similar case. He accepted the money and was fired for it and later faced criminal charges.
So, companies are really cracking down on corruption.
Yes, that's why the compliance department should be informed when something like this happens.
And Richard's done this before.
Yes, he's known to be involved in industrial spying, but he's never been prosecuted. We've never had any proof.
What kind of proof is needed?
If someone passed him some information and he was found to have acted on it, that would do.
So, if I gave him some information and he used it?
Then we might be able to catch him. Would you agree to do that?
Yes, I would.
Good. I'll talk to the police. Once we get the false information from your boss, you'll be told exactly how to pass it on to Richard Ellison. Thank you, Danny.
What information did you give Richard Ellison?
I gave him a false marketing plan for one of our clients. The client had been informed previously, and when Richard contacted them with a similar proposal, they were ready for him.
And they informed the police?
Yeah, and the rest is here.
Richard Ellison, aged 32, has been charged with industrial espionage. He is alleged to have offered money for information from another company. Several other people are being held for questioning.
And I'll be the star witness in court.
If Ellison is found guilty, he faces a sentence of up to 5 years in prison.
Cheers.
Cheers! Your boss ought to be very pleased with you.
In fact, he's so pleased with me, I'm going to get promoted. You know, the funny thing is, I should be thanking Richard Ellison.
Why?
Well, I told him I wanted to move forward in my career, and thanks to him, I am.
What happened to the money Richard gave you?
I spent it.
What?
No, I didn't. I gave it to the police as evidence.
Richard could spend 5 years in prison for stealing information.
I thought Danny was brave for agreeing to help catch Richard out. Were you able to answer the question? What does Danny do to incriminate Richard?
What information did you give Richard Ellison?
I gave him a false marketing plan for one of our clients.
Danny gave Richard false information about a client's marketing plan.
But both the clients and the police were informed about what he was going to do, so Danny was protected.
In the video, we heard the passive used to report what people say, think or believe.
He was believed to be involved in a blackmailing case last year. Yes. He's known to be involved in industrial spying.
He is alleged to have offered money for information from another company.
There are two different ways to report with the passive. For example, we can say, he is believed to be guilty.
Or we can say, it is believed that he is guilty.
Did you notice the descriptions of legal procedures?
But it couldn't be proved and the case was dropped.
Richard Ellison, aged 32, has been charged with industrial espionage. Several other people are being held for questioning. If Ellison is found guilty, he faces a sentence of up to 5 years in prison.
If a case is dropped, it means that there isn't enough evidence to continue the investigation.
And when police keep a suspect at a police station to ask them about a case, we say they are being held for questioning.
In the UK, suspects can only be held for 24 hours without charge.
So if the police don't have enough evidence, they have to release them, let them go.
Now let's head over to the USA to hear what people in the street think about crime.
We asked this question: can crime ever be justified?
Well, if a man come up the street here and physically took my wife and my daughter, and I caught him in the alley, I would be the justice of that crime. I would personally take care of it myself.
Yeah, self-defense. Stealing a loaf of bread for your starving family is the classic example of that.
Shoplifting, I don't agree with at all, but you have to think about certain people who really just don't have it, who don't have money at all. It's almost never justified, but it's understandable sometimes. But killing, murdering, that's just crazy. That's over the top.
That's a tricky one. It depends really, because if I'm shoplifting oil and rice so that I could go and feed my kids that really have nothing, really could be justified. But if I'm shoplifting an iPhone so I could go purchase some drugs and things like that, I don't know. I think it's a perception thing, It just has to be, good behind it.
If you're hungry and you need something to eat and you went by a fruit stand and grabbed a piece of fruit, is that so terrible? I don't know. I don't think so.
It may be illegal to park in a particular spot, but if you see someone who's in distress on the sidewalk, I feel it's more than justified to break the law.
Not surprisingly, self-defense is a common justification for breaking the law. But I was surprised that a lot of our speakers thought shoplifting could be justified.
Well, like Stephen said, if you were hungry and stole some fruit, is that so terrible?
I suppose not. Well, that's it for today's programme. Thanks for joining us.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.